Ladies, I'm here on the show. To talk about some not some NFL, some NBA news. Episode, I believe, 48. So a lot of stuff to talk about, over the last about day or two of NBA. So first thing I want to talk about is Stephen A. Smith. He made a trade suggestion between the Lakers and the Warriors. He suggested the Warriors trade for Anthony Davis, and the Lakers would receive Draymond Green and Klay Thompson in return. I wouldn't like this trade. I'm good. I would pass on this trade. Draymond Green's a valuable piece defensively, setting up the offense for us. And Klay Thompson, I know he hasn't played his best. It's just he has bad shot selection. I feel like if he took better shots, had better shot selection, he would score more efficiently. Anthony Davis is just too injury prone. I feel like he's just declining. He and LeBron, I feel like they're both declining. I wouldn't want to trade for declining Anthony Davis who's always injury prone, and you can't trust him to stay healthy, be on the floor. But yeah, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't like this trade. I know it's just a trade suggestion, but if I was the Warriors, I wouldn't do this. You just gotta keep your core with Draymond and Klay for this year. So I think the Warriors will be fine. I think it's just a slow start. I think we'll get it together eventually. But yeah. Next thing, the U.S. has tried to make a prisoner swap with Russia for Brittany Griner, but so far the two sides have not been able to agree to a deal per TMZ. Now, this really isn't NBA news. It's just some news I found. So apparently they're trying to make like a prisoner swap for Brittany Griner, but so far there's not been a deal that's been agreed upon. It's per TMZ. I mean, I don't think you should be arrested for having drugs like marijuana. I don't think you should be arrested for that, but that's the rules over there. I mean, you can't break the rules. I mean, do I agree with it? No. But you can't break the rules over there, so I mean, it was her fault. So that's my thoughts on that. Brian Windhorst said the Buss family could sell part of the Lakers at some point. I mean, I could see it happening. I mean, but at the same time, I don't know if they would sell part of the Lakers. But they could sell part of the Lakers, and they could be like part owners, I guess. But the Lakers are screwed for their future. They're stuck with LeBron, AD, or LeBron till his contract's over. Anthony Davis they're stuck with, and Russell Westbrook. It's just a mess in Laker land right now, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Huerter believes NBA refs call Kings games differently than others. Yeah, that Warriors game, Klay Thompson was a foul on the 3 at the end of the game. They didn't call it. The Tyler Hero travel on the 3, they didn't call it. So I'm starting to believe that the NBA refs call Kings games differently than others. I agree here with Kevin Huerter. So they go over the last 2-minute report. They agree that the 2-minute report says they got those calls wrong. But who cares about the 2-minute report at that time? Like, it's clear in like live action or on replay. So yeah. Richard Jefferson says LeBron James made the biggest mistake of his career by putting faith in Lakers and signing extension. I mean, I wouldn't have signed an extension back with that Lakers team if I was LeBron. I would have left. But yeah, it's probably the biggest mistake of his career coming back to the Lakers. That team is awful. Report the Knicks are hoarding first-round picks and waiting for the next available megastar. I mean, they had Donovan Mitchell there before he was traded to the Cavs. They could have traded some first-round picks for him. Did you look at Donovan Mitchell on the Cavs? Whew, the Knicks would kill to have Donovan Mitchell. Ime Udoka will coach again in the NBA. He may coach again as soon, if not this season, somewhere else next season. This is per Woj. I don't agree that Ime Udoka should coach again in the NBA because you just can't trust him right now. Because if there's a female employee, they might try to have like an inappropriate like relationship. So it's really hard to trust Ime Udoka right now if you're an NBA general manager. He's a good coach, don't get me wrong, but just because you're a good coach doesn't mean you're a good person. NBA.com's updated rookie ladder. I believe they have Paulo at 1 and Benedict Mathurin at 2. Benedict Mathurin's really surprised me this year. I didn't think he'd be that good this early. Filkey is the rookie of the year so far early over Paulo Banchero. I feel like he's been more efficient and less minutes. So yeah, I would definitely put Benedict Mathurin at 1. And you still have your others like Jabari Smith, Tari East, and others up there. Wally Szczerbiak destroys scared Ben Simmons. Most overrated players. Ben Simmons is not even close. I don't even know if I'd call Ben Simmons overrated anymore. We just know he's trash. We just know he's not a good player. But yeah, he definitely plays scared, but I don't know if he's the most overrated player in the league. Because we just know he's trash. We've known he's trash since last year. There's starting to be some rumblings of some NBA owners maybe looking to sell. Per at Windhorst ESPN, this is per Brian Windhorst. I can definitely see some teams selling. There's not rumblings, so we'll see what happens. I think some owners might sell, but we'll see. The Brooklyn Nets are no longer hiring Ime Udoka. I believe they hired Chris Vaughn, I believe, which is interesting hire. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if they play better with him than Steve Nash. Chris Broussard says Luka Doncic is absolutely on track to have a better career than Kevin Durant. KD has never led his own team to a championship, and I think Luka will multiple times. I mean, they made the Western Conference Finals last year with a not-so-good roster outside of Luka, but I don't know if he's... I feel, yes, he's on track to have a better career if he stays on Dallas, wins multiple championships, leads his team to multiple championships. Kevin Durant never did that. He had to go to the Warriors to win 2 championships. But I still think KD's probably better, has the better career so far, but I think Luka by the end of his career will probably be a better player. So I think he'll lead his team to a championship multiple times. Because if they sign one big name or trade for one big name, they're definitely a contender. Dwight Howard, Lakers told me every time we're not gonna give nobody over 30 a multiple year contract, but then they give LeBron James that 2-year contract, which is a multiple year contract. So that tells you the Lakers didn't want Dwight Howard. NBA executives enjoying the Lakers' downfall, like most of us enjoying the Lakers' downfall. Look where they are now, and tell me when the hell they're going to have a chance to compete for a championship again. Yeah, if you look at that roster in the next few years, they're stuck with AD, LeBron, Russell. Just that roster is not good, and I don't know when they're going to have a chance to compete for a championship again. NBA executives said the Lakers are waiting for a specific player they can trade Russell Westbrook and first-round picks for. I think teams would probably take the first-round picks, but I don't know about Russell Westbrook. If he continues to play at least somewhat decent, maybe, but we'll see. D'Angelo Russell over his last 7 games have not been good. 10.6 points per game, 32.6 field goal percentage, 26.2 3-pointers, 3-point percentage, 46.7 free throw. So, yeah, I don't know if he's going to get that massive extension. But we'll see. Julius Randle isn't worried about the drama in Brooklyn. That's their problem. All good over here in Nick Land, baby. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why he'd be worried about the drama in Brooklyn. So, yeah. Let's get to some more news. I'll read some rest of my computer. I don't feel like writing down all of it because there's a lot. Howard Stern blast fucking moron Kyrie Irving for promoting anti-Semitic film. You know he's a flat earther. He's a douchebag. Yeah, he was kind of a moron for promoting that anti-Semitic film because it was just a bad look for him. Just a bad look for the franchise. With all the drama going on, and he just kind of doesn't seem like a good person. And the former Lakers center says LeBron James won't be allowed to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as an all-time leading scorer. I mean, I don't know what this even means. Like, he won't be allowed? This former Lakers center, I guess he wanted 10 minutes of spotlight, so he said something. Spotlight again, so he said something. But he'll be allowed to pass. This was said by John Sally, by the way. He's just wilding. Miles Bridges has filed for a restraining order against the woman who accused him of domestic assault. Says on 3 occasions she showed up to his home and harassed him, causing him emotional distress and anxiety. I feel like some guys just make this up. Like, they accused the woman of domestic violence and accused them of distress, anxiety. I don't know what to believe. But he's the reason why he's not playing. But he's the reason he isn't playing. You can't excuse his behavior for physically violent with a woman in front of their kid. I just don't know how you beat your baby mama, then file a restraining order against her, like, just stupid. Isaiah Thomas sends a message to Michael Jordan. Until I get a public apology, this beef is going to go on for a long, long time because I'm from the west side of Chicago. Yeah, okay. Steph Curry this season is averaging 32.6 points per game, a career high, 7.1 rebounds, a career high, 6.9 assists per game, 51.2 field goal percentage, a career high, 43.1% three-pointers, 93.4 free throws, 30 points per game on 50, 40, 90, and he's turning 35 years old. It's just crazy. Like, he's, what, near 35, and he still hasn't showed any decline. That's just crazy how good he is. Like, crazy how good he is. And I know they're still 4-7, but if it ain't for Steph, they would have got blown out in that game. And they might not even have a win this year. It wasn't for him, so. Josh Giddey recruiting Ben Simmons to the Australian national team. He is one of the best players in the league. Yeah, maybe in Australia. Lakers are exploring trades of other players than Russell Westbrook. Yeah, we'll see about that. Jay Crowder's still not willing to suit up for Phoenix Suns despite Cam Johnson's injury. That's how you know he's probably going to get traded sometime soon. NBA.com Defensive Player of the Year later. Giannis is 1, Smart 2, Anunoby 3. Giannis is definitely the best defensive player in the league so far. Quinn Cook is signing with the Guangasha Lions. So, yeah, it's last bit, but that's all for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Next time, Alkaline.